Hi everyone, it's Rachel Doppelt with Your North Shore Living, and today I wanted to share some recent experiences, not just recent, but over time, experiences I've had with my clients, whether I'm representing the buyer or whether I'm representing the seller. It's really important that you choose the right real estate related professionals, and those professionals can be anywhere from your real estate attorney, your loan officer if you're getting financing, title, lien search, your home inspector, all of those players in the real estate transaction are very important so that when we are representing you, again, whether you're the buyer or the seller, it's really important that when we're representing you, we owe you fiduciary responsibilities, which means your interests are above our own, and we do things on your behalf to get you to the closing table. So I wanted to share a recent experience. And, sometimes a client, they have their own real estate attorney, they have their own lender, which is amazing. I'm always looking for great people to add to my virtual Rolodex. And then there are some clients who may want your recommendations for who you might recommend, like 2 different attorneys, 2 lenders, whoever those may be, which is also fine. You have the right to choose whomever you want to be representing you. That's very important. You as the consumer have that, and that is absolutely 100% your choice. So you're either selling your home, you're looking to purchase a home. It's really critical that anybody that is representing you in that transaction has clear and proactive communication so that if something does go wrong, they are able to creative problem solve so that you don't lose the house and you don't lose your money. So it's really important that those things happen. I just wanted to share a recent experience that one of my clients had. And this is, a co-op transaction. And for those of you who are not familiar with co-ops typically are longer than a typical, than a single family home. If you have an executed contract on a single family home, you can close within 30 to 45 days. But co-ops take a little bit longer because there's an additional layer of process where you have to submit an application that goes to a board, and the board can either approve or reject your client. And even if you as the seller accept, that potential buyer might get rejected. Anyway, so my client chose their own attorney, terrific, and they also chose their own lender, fabulous. The attorney that they chose was not specific to real estate. It was a very large corporation. So it actually took my client 2.5 weeks to actually speak to their attorney. And then on the lender side, the lender, somebody who my client personally banks with, and they chose to work with their bank, fabulous. However, the lender has had no communication with the attorney. So when that happens, when you have an executed contract, things that happen on the buyer side is that you have an appraisal that's ordered, and then you also have a title search, but in this case it's a lien search, it's a co-op. And so you have this time gap for when people who need to get that information on both, for the attorney and the lender, that information did not pass. So what ultimately happened is that the real estate agent, yours truly, I'm always the glue. And so I always foster and facilitate and make sure that those communications are happening. But if that communication is not happening, or in this case, as it didn't happen, my client almost lost the opportunity to purchase. So I wanted to end with where I began. Communication is really important, but if I can give any advice to you, make sure you choose the right real estate related professionals, because it will affect your ability to close. It will affect your ability to save money so you don't lose it, and it may affect your ability to actually purchase or sell your property. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I can be reached directly at 646-780-9190. Call me, text me, direct message me, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you so much.